Hello and welcome back to the port. I'm the guy from Asia, and this is a review of the Tier 7 Italian tech tree cruiser, the Amalfi, which is now fully researchable in the tech tree, I guess you could say. Now this is obviously a Tier 6 and 7 game. On the enemy team there's an Akatsuki, a Benson, a Lightning, a New Orleans, a Kutsov, a Amalfi, a Colorado, a Tirpitz and a Jean Bar. Spawned on the left, and I'm making a dash over to the left as it's a game of domination on Sleeping Giant. Now, the Amalfi is a designed ship, but never actually built, so obviously there's a little bit of stretching the imagination when it comes to implementing the ship in the game. Now, survivability wise, she has the second highest base HP for the tier, obviously in comparison to the tech tree cruisers only, so I'm ignoring the premiums. She also has the best torpedo reduction, which is 19%, so that's quite a considerable amount. Her armor banding looks pretty reasonable, however without an armor viewer it's very hard to exactly say what the overall outcome is of her armor. Going on to artillery, bear in mind that she has the trait Sure Shot. Sure Shot just means that basically the gun should be quite easy to aim, with a probably a high muzzle velocity, giving them quite a flat trajectory. Now she has 9 8-inch guns in 3 triple turrets, so you have Y turret at the rear, then you have A turret and B turret super firing up front. So it's not an even distribution of turrets, so obviously you are going to have to take into account she is going to be slightly better at kiting towards the enemy than kiting away. However, it is what it is, unfortunately. Now I will launch my sea mines. And now I have to see where the enemy destroyer is. Oh, there he is. See if we can use these 8-inch guns to an effect. There we go, very nice. Now you have a good caliber of guns, and you also have a good number of guns as well. You have an average range, and you have a slowest reload time. Just dodged all the Akatsuki's torpedoes. If he could just make himself known, then I'm sure we can send him back to the port. Where is he now? There we go. Now we just got to start turning around because we've also got target number 2 to come duke it off with. So, they have the joint second slowest turret traverse speed as well, so that's something to bear in mind. Let's see if we can find the citadel of the Amalfi. Oh, there we go, there's 2 citadels, very nice. Also got to bear in mind, ooh, that can happen. See if we can get some torpedoes out on the Bismarck. Blast. Just oversteered at the last second. Well, you get the... And we use one of our smoke screens to effect. Okey-dokes. I think I should be able to continue with the review in a second. Ooh. This is actually sorry. I think this is not going to be a review because I can't deal with this. I think we should be in a nice position now to actually continue the review. I do apologise, that just got a little bit too intense for me to actually look down at my notebook. She's got the, I think we said the slowest reload time. She's also got the joint second slowest turret traverse speed. She also has the second best HE shell damage, second highest fire chance at 15%, and an above average AP shell damage. However, due to her rate of fire and number of guns, she does have the second lowest HE DPM and the lowest AP DPM, along with the second lowest fires per minute. Going on to the torpedoes, as you saw, she does have the characteristic of broad launch, where you saw me do a very wide spread. I did that wide, I did a narrow spread to make a kill, and I did a wide spread as an aerial denial. Now, she has two quadruple launchers, one per side. These are the second slowest launcher reload time. However, they do have the second fastest reload time per tube. Now, these torpedoes do have the lowest damage, but they also have the shortest detectability, and due to their slow speed, when enemies detect them at their detectability range, which is about 1 kilometer, then they'll have about the least amount of time to actually respond to those torpedoes. However, should the torpedoes be detected by a friendly ship, an aircraft or sonar, then you could be looking at the enemies having above average time, or lots of time in order to respond to those torpedoes, simply because they're so slow. So that's something to bear in mind with them. Just swings and roundabouts almost with their short detectability and their range and their speed. That's one thing to mention. They do have a very long range of 12 kilometers. I think it might be the longest. I think I'm being fired upon by a German battleship. So I think it'd be time for me to swing out. Now this is where I would have liked to have another smoke screen. As you can see, the smoke screens keep up with the speed of the ship and they're quite nice. Maneuverability, you are the fastest at the tier at 37 knots. You have the joint second smallest turning circle, and you have the second slowest rudder shift. Concealment wise, you have the hidden trait, and that is quite correct really. You do have the shortest detectability by sea and air, and you have a below average detectability when firing smoke. Something to bear in mind, it is 6.3 kilometers unless you take anything that changes that. Time to get one of those repair parts off. Going on to consumables, obviously as you've seen, she does have two exhaust smokes. These last for 17 seconds, and you can basically travel at your maximum ship speed within those smoke screens. And if you decide you want to sit around in them, then it does have a 27-second dispersion time. It also has a very long reload of 240 seconds. One thing to note with the Italians is you don't come with sonar. However, you do have 3 catapult fighters, but these are the worst DPS or damage per second for the tier, so don't really expect your aircraft to be winning any kind of dogfights if there's actually enemy aircraft in the air. Also, she does have 2 repair parties. These heal 214 HP per second for 28 seconds, which means each repair party will heal 5,992 HP. Now, as always, down in the description will be the commander build and the ship modules, but I should let you know that I've taken main battery mod 2 and main battery mod 3, so that means that I've improved my turret traverse speed by 2%, and I've improved my reload time by -7%. I've also taken double scaling modules, so module 2 and module 3. Well, only 55,000 damage, so not a really high damage game, but it did get quite intense at moments, so I kind of had to drop the review, unfortunately, chaps. However, it was a quite nice game, and I did showcase quite a few interesting things with the Amalfi while playing, so I think this might be a keeper. Going to the team results, okay, that's a little unexpected for that kind of game. I was kind of expecting mid-table, but I seem to have done alright actually in comparison, so 3,201 XP. Going to the economy tab, obviously made myself a nice pretty penny. Obviously having the rare credit booster and the premium does help. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this review. If you have, feel free to give the video a thumbs up, and if you like this kind of content, feel free to check out some of the other channels' content and subscribe if that tickles your fancy. If you are already a subscriber, I'd like to say thank you very much, guys, for your continued support and contributions to the channel. It's always much appreciated. If you would like to submit game captures for the channel for our Monday community video, our email address is down in the description. And if you would like to support the channel, you can always check out our Patreon page. Well, until next time, I've been the Gareth Major, and back to the port.